Hello everyone and welcome. It's Shanna. So glad you're here. Today's card is, we're going to be playing with Craft Roulette, episode 180. Our project is a card with a belly band. Our colors is a daisy garden. Our element is good, and our random is bark. So I was busy last night. Didn't get to watch the show until this morning. We had plans. We went out to dinner and to a comedy show, and that was a lot of fun. Seems like we've got a lot of things going on in the weekend during the fall. We're just really making the most of it. Last weekend we went to a winery and a concert and had a great time, and then this weekend we went to dinner and a comedy show. So we've been busy, so I wasn't able to actually make my card while I watched the show, but I think I've got my elements figured out what I'm going to do here. And so first of all, I've got to do a belly band card. And if I'm going to do a belly band card, I'm going to do some kind of a split card. So I'm just going to bring in my score buddy, which is laying right here in front of me, and I'm looking for it. And I'm just going to do some scoring. Now what I do for this is I've got a 5.5 by 8.5 sheet of paper. And this is Spellbinder's Stormy Sky, I think. Partly cloudy. Well, I knew it had something to do with cloudy skies or something, storm. Anyway, and I'm going to lay it down in here. And this score buddy, they've just made it so easy for you. The score marks that you do for this is the one that has the dot on there. So you can just score it like that, and that'll create your trifold panel. And then you've got the 6-inch here, but I actually like to flip it just because this is kind of toward the edge, and I just don't feel like it's as sturdy. So but this score buddy, like I said, it's got, everything kind of flagged for you so that, if you're going to do a trifold, you've got your marks there. If you're going to do a top folding, it's got your mark there. So it's really nice. I love this thing. And plus, sometimes when I'm not sure, like on my 1/8 inch, 7/8 inch or whatever, I will use these just to double check myself to make sure that I cut it right on my cutter. Anyway, so I'm going to actually just fold these in and get them flattened out. I love this cardstock. I think the color is just beautiful. And it's good heavy cardstock. It's 100 pounds, so it makes for a nice sturdy card. So this is going to be the basis for our card. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in our daisy garden colors. Now, and our bark. What I'm saying so that I can meet this element is this is a good set of parameters for my pattern paper. So I don't have a good sentiment to add or the word goods for anything that I think is going to work out for the card because I want to be able to use it. And so I'm just going to say that this is a good set of parameters for my cards or my paper pattern that I'm going to use. So I've got this laid down. Now what I'm going to bring in is I've prepared in advance, I had a strip of this daisy paper, which is Simon Says stamp Bee Happy kit paper. I just had this much of it left, and I split it because I want some for each side. So that's going to bring in my daisy garden element. And then because I needed a bark element, I had some paper that kind of looks like tree bark, and so I'm going to bring it in. And what I had were just a couple scraps, and one is going in one direction and the other is going in the other direction, but it doesn't really bother me. So I'm going to bring that in, and that's going to take care of my bark. So I've got my daisy, my good, my bark, and I'm going to add a belly band. So we're just going to get started and get going on this card and put it together. So I'm going to use a lot of the elements from the Bee Happy kit. Oh, this just ran out, so I need to grab... Let me just pause a minute because you really don't need to see me change this. So I'll pause and change this real quick. Oh, well actually I thought I had gotten replacement inserts for this, but I actually got the whole kit and caboodle, and they were a lot cheaper than what I had paid anyway. So all right, well I'm happy with that. So I didn't have to change that out. I could have just grabbed it and went at it. So, and I may regret using tape because I need to get a good edge on here. And I want to make sure that I think I made this, I made this the same size to just cover up this whole panel. I thought I had cut it down a little bit, but I didn't. So there's the one that lays in that direction, and we're going to lay the other one in the other direction. Whoops, I need to get rid of that one because that's the one that's empty. And just go with this. And I like the tape runner just because it does make a fast, you could do it pretty quickly. However, when you get it wrong, you get it wrong, so you're in trouble. So you can see right now I've got it going this direction and that direction, but I don't really care because I'm going to add a bunch of layers to it. And in fact, for my layers, I'm going to bring in this yellow. This is actually Spellbinders yellow. I had it in a card kit that I wanted to use, but I thought it would look really pretty with this daisy pattern that I've got. So I'm going to, I believe this is my next layer. So I'm going to hopefully use my glue if it's not. I didn't have my pin in it, so might have to do a little cleanup here. So today, we have a lot of festivals in our area for the fall. Today we had our little festival uptown, and they just had just all kinds of stuff. My sister and I went, and we just had fun looking at everything. We wound up getting our mums there. They have the most fantastic mums that they actually sold them 2 for $18 or 1 for $10, and we both got 2. I get them there every year because they're raised locally, and I have found that if I buy those, I can put them like in my pots or my planters, and then I can, at the end of the season, pull them out, stick them in the ground, and those babies come back year after year, and they are fabulous. I mean, they're just huge. I love them. So I got 2, and she got 2, and I've mentioned in my other videos that we've been, she has a new home that we've been just transforming inside and out. And so when we got done with the festival, we decided we were going to go ahead and plant hers in the ground. So we were digging in the dirt, and we had dressed warm because it was cooler in the day. And then here we are digging in the dirt, and it was warming up, so we're getting a little bit sweaty, but we got them in the ground, and it looks just beautiful. She has and I mentioned this before too as well, she's got a black and white farmhouse, modern farmhouse style, and she got the bright yellow mums, and those mums just popped off of that black porch. It was just so gorgeous. So we were real happy with that. So anyway, then my next layer, I'm going to bring in some more of that cloudy or partly cloudy paper. And I went ahead and took the crisscross floral embossing folder that came in the Bee Happy kit because I just felt like I wanted to add an extra little texture to it and just do that. So that's what I did. So I'm going to go ahead and get it laid down, and we'll be moving along. So I got a couple of those mums as well, and I actually after digging in her yard, I actually just stuck them. I've got several pots in my yard, and so I just stuck them in some pots so that I could quickly get them done because I was already worn out from digging in her yard. But I have got a pretty mature garden. Hers is just new, so we need to work on it, a little bit more than we need to work on mine. But anywho, and then I had to, my husband and I are hosting the dinner for the missionaries at our church tomorrow, along with some help from family, and I made 2 pans of lasagna. So my house smells amazing, and we can't eat it. So we're going to have that tomorrow, and that'll be wonderful. I'm getting some help from some family. We're going to have, I made some brownies too, just for dessert, but we're going to have salad, and we're going to have breadsticks and garlic bread and all that. So it should be a good meal. So I love making homemade lasagna. My kids love it. We normally have it at Christmas is what we normally do. That's our Christmas Eve meal. Anyway, so I think I like these colors together, and I love that embossed panel. So I'm real happy with that. And then my plan is just to lay this little bit of daisy garden paper down on there, and we'll just keep building. So I think I can probably go back to my tape runner for this and just kind of get it situated on here. Can't remember if I left it. I think I left a little edge, a tiny little edge on there. Try to get it laid down on there nice. Yeah, we've got just a tiny little edge. So I think that's pretty. I like using my scraps. I've been hoarding this paper that came with this kit just because I love it so much. And they only gave you 1 sheet of each. So I saved every little scrap, and I'm just trying to make the most of it because I think it's really pretty. So that's fun. I did get another order from Simon, so stamp in the mail today, so that's fun. It'll be fun to work with. Okay, so we pretty much have the elements of our card laid down there. And then we just need to, I'm going to need to make a belly band. I'm going to have to bring in my decor. Now, the kit, the Bee Happy kit has all of these cut-aparts. And along with these cut-aparts were some white flowers. I've got some of them already cut apart here. And I'm actually going to pop out the rest of these white daisy looking ones and use them on this card. So we'll figure out how we're going to use them here in a minute. But I need to cut some paper for a belly band. So I'll be right back and we'll put the rest of our card together. Okay, so I've decided I'm going to use a white belly band, and I'm just going to get my first score mark on there, and I'm going to do it at 2 1/4. That'll just give me a good bend for one of my edges, and then I'll just wrap it around. So what I want to do is, I'm just going to score it up here. And then I've got these 2 pieces of patterned paper that I'm going to layer on here, and that's going to be my belly band. However, I need to cut them down because I think they're too long. So I'm going to just cut them at 4 1/4. Okay, so I've got them. What I'm going to do is I've got one at 4. Let me make sure. I think I did one at 4 1/4. And I did one at 4. So that let me layer these 2 up, and then we'll double check real quick. But I just thought it'd be fun to kind of mimic the background colors that are on the card and just kind of keep it simple. So we've just got a nice little edge on here. Okay, let's see if we got that lined up. I need to move that down just a little bit. Come down just a little bit. Okay. Okay, and then I'm going to have my band, and let's see if I did this right. And hopefully yeah, we're going to have a little bit of an edge on there. So I'm going to put a little bit of an edge on there and lay this down. Not sure how far I need to put my glue. I think I'm getting a little carried away there. Just try and get a nice edge. Clean that off of there. Okay. And now I've got my belly band. And I don't know, that might be a little busy, and then I'm just going to wrap it around. And I think I'm going to clip just a little bit off. I didn't want to do too much because I want to make sure I have enough. Yes, I do. Okay. So that's going to be my band. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and get it lined up on there. And I'm just going to kind of loosely wrap it around there, line up my edges. I think I'll just, some tape will make a quickly get it laid down. Okay, so now we've got our belly band, and now we're just ready to decorate. So what I'm going to do, I think, is lay some of my flowers down. I don't know exactly how. I'll probably pop some up, maybe. I don't know. I kind of just like it like this. And then I could put some kind of a little sentiment right there. I think that's what I'm going to do. I've got all these, but let's just get some of these Simon Says stamp foam squares and pop these up like that because I like them. Now, I think I said those mumps that my sister got were yellow, and this card just kind of reminds me of that with the yellow centers and the yellow paper. So it's fun. So I want to get this card done. It's actually 4:30, and I'm trying to get stuff done. I made that lasagna for tomorrow and everything, and I'm just trying to get everything done because we've got another little activity this evening. We're going to have some homemade pizza, and it's game night. So I'm trying to get this done, so I'll be ready for that. But we've had we're just turning in some little social butterflies, I think. I had originally brought this thanks in thinking I would use it, But I've used this a lot in a lot of my videos, so I might look for something else for a sentiment on there. But I think this is really, really pretty. So let me find a sentiment of some sort and we'll get it laid on there. Okay, so I've got these hello sentiments, and I like to do a lot of encouraging cards and stuff like that for the church, so I think I'm going to use those. And I've got these, I'm going to layer them up, but I want to do one that actually matches the color of the paper that I'm using. So I'm just going to grab it real quick, and I'm going to get it die cut out, and then I'll stack these, and we'll get it laid down on there, and that'll take care of our card. Okay, so we got that baby die cut out. Just pop it out. Get it right out of the stamp. I had a yellow that I was thinking about using, this one here, but I thought, nope, I'm going to use the actual same color cardstock as what we've got here, and I'm going to layer it up. So I'm just going to do that real quick and get it laid down on here. So I need to get organized. My craft room is a little bit unorganized, but I've got a lot upcoming. I'm excited. And I've got some vacations too, so I've got to really plan ahead and try to get everything organized. And so part of that will be getting my craft room organized and so that I can work most efficiently. So I'm excited about that. I talked before, I've been thinking about getting rid of, I have a couch, actually it's a sofa sleeper that I have in my craft room, and I've been hesitant to get rid of it, thinking, well, if I have a bunch of people over, I actually have a guest room, and I've got you know, plenty of room, and I've been hesitant to get rid of it because I thought, well, if I have a bunch of kids over, a bunch of the grandkids or whatever, I might need it. But I'm thinking I might need that space in here more frequently than what I would ever have multiples. And kids don't mind my grandkids don't mind having a little camp out on the blow-up mattress in the living room so we can watch movies and stuff. So I'm thinking about doing that, and that'll give me some space in here. But oh my goodness, I think that looks so cute. Or if you're a Craft Roulette follower, skewt is the word that they use. Anyway, so I'm just going to get this laid down, and then I'm going to finish this card off, get some pictures taken, get it uploaded to Craft Roulette, and get my video out there. I didn't get a video out today, which I've been trying to do pretty regularly, so I'm kind of feeling bad about it. So I'll have to get it out there, but I really like this. I think it is super cute. And like I said, these set of parameters just really worked good with my pattern paper. So I hope you agree. If you do, give me a thumbs up. Thanks for watching. Take care. Have a great day. Bye-bye.